Hello and welcome back to Close Combat: The Bloody First. If you would like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. It is an extremely immersive simulation of World War II combat, and if you are a tactical or strategic genius, then you are going to have a grand time. And yeah, I should definitely say thank you to Slytherin for also sponsoring this video very kindly. Anyway, let us play. And we're going to do a grand campaign. We're going to do a grand campaign here because every single level is pretty long. Just bear that in mind. It really depends, obviously, on how effective your orders are. But in general, I am pretty bad. So, you know, there's going to be some pretty lengthy battles here. But anyway, I'm just going to show you something real quick here. You have some amazing things to go for here. So you have difficulties ranging from basically recruit, green, regular, veteran, and elite. And we're going to just put them both on regular, I guess. I was just trying out the various difficulties beforehand. I don't know whether it makes that much difference, personally. But anyway, otherwise, visibility. Visibility is basically whether you can see the enemy completely or whether it's just going to be the standard sort of fog of war kind of setting. So there's also that. Otherwise, enemy info. Enemy info is pretty useful, actually, for new players. So I'm actually going to put that on full because I'm a new player to the Close Combat series, and I think it would be kind of nice to see exactly what enemies are all about so that we can kind of get a little bit more situated and everything like that. So we're just going to do that. We're going to put that on both full. Why not? And now soldier behavior. Now here's the thing. Soldier behavior is pretty cool in my opinion. So you're fearless, motivated, and cautious. Now the difference between these three, fearless means that the soldier is not going to be suppressed that easily. They're basically going to be the Rambos of their squads. You know, they're basically going to be super good soldiers, and they're going to have a high morale. However, that does not mean that they cannot be shaken and that they cannot be panicked and all that sort of stuff. They very much can be, but fearless prevents them from having that happen almost immediately. So we're just going to stay with motivated for the moment because that's kind of the middle ground, and we're going to stay with motivated on the German side as well. Otherwise, initiative. Okay, so here's initiative. Initiative is a pretty cool setting in my opinion. Basically what this means is, you know The Sims? You know The Sims, and if you turn on initiative or you turn it on high or low or whatever it may be, well, basically it's the same kind of thing as that. It basically takes over a particular squad. The AI takes over if they have been idle for a significant amount of time, and then changes them, changes their positioning and basically puts them somewhere that it thinks. So in other words, a unique, a particular soldier, an individual soldier might think, hey, okay, I probably have to run here, and then it will indeed end up running away, which I think is a pretty cool idea. So we're just going to leave that on normal as well. And then you have the battle end conditions or the victory conditions. And basically what this means is anytime you have low cohesion or all objectives have been taken or the time has expired, 30 minutes in this case, and a 2-minute warning, then the battle will end. And you can switch sides up here, by the way. So if you want to, play as the Germans or if you want to play as the Americans, then you can very much easily do that. And otherwise, well, should I say the Allies? Allies, technically. But yeah, anyway, point is, basically, if you play as Axis powers, you will be able to play as them, but you won't be able to play as the same exact troops every single time you go into a level. So you won't be able to have that kind of troop persistence that they have added into the game, because basically, if you know XCOM, this is kind of like XCOM, because the more a soldier or a squad is in a battle, the more veterancy they gain, and they actually can gain a wide variety of different skills as well. And I think that's pretty awesome, actually. Anyway, we're just going to be playing the grand campaign, and we'll just do that. There we go. Following landings in Algeria and French Morocco, Allied forces advance east into Tunisia into an effort to trap Axis forces retreating from Libya. Few of your troops have seen combat before, except for a handful of officers with experience from World War I, a war far removed from the modern mechanized warfare of today. In contrast, German and Italian troops have seen combat. They will not roll over, and first blood will be spilled over the barren hills, rocky heights, and open valleys of Tunisia. And this is our first thing. Nicknamed by the British after a fielding position in cricket, Longstop Hill is a prominent feature in the Majerda Valley, providing excellent views across the region. Point 290 is among the important positions that must be held against the Germans. If possible, drive the Germans from the region. Your men are new to combat and must prove themselves against a more powerful force that is sure to counterattack. Alright, so here we are. This is a defense mission. This is the first mission you're probably going to face. You are on the defensive, the enemy has the initiative and will decide the pace and timing of their attacks. If you are able to force the enemy to retreat off the map, you can choose to seize the initiative yourself and counterattack. The enemy's choice will determine the exact time of the next battle. Exactly, so there's a whole bunch of different strategies going on here, whether you decide to push the offensive, or whether you hang back and a little bit, be a little bit more cautious and things like that. Anyway, British troops made a night attack to capture key points along Longstop Hill from the Germans. After relieving their position, elements of the 1st Infantry Division must now hold positions on the Hogback Hill that the British have called Longstop. Point 290 is one of the prominent features that will provide a good field of view of any counterattack by Germans. Defend Longstop and, if possible, counterattack and force them to retreat. Alright, so that is exactly what we're going to be doing here. And as you can see, we got our reputations here, we got our force balance, and it is raining, apparently. Cloudy and wet. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, let's try it then. Okay, so this is basically where you're going to be selecting your troops. And if I go to auto-assign, the AI, the game AI, will give you a recommended layout. And I'm not entirely sure about this, to be honest, because they're giving you tank hunter teams. And as far as I'm aware, there aren't any tanks on this level. But shall we just go with that? Because, I mean, here's the thing. You can go for anti-tanks, as you can see right here. We have anti-tank guns, we have heavy weapons, we have mortars as well. Personally, I feel like mortars are really, really good. So maybe it would be an idea for us to go for something like that. So maybe what we're going to do is we're going to just... Gonna get rid of the rifle squad here, and we'll probably get rid of these guys for the moment. And well-trained, I'm getting rid of the trained ones rather than the well-trained ones, because the well-trained ones are going to be much, much better, I would assume. So let's go for a... yeah, I think that's pretty good. Suppressive fire. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. So we're just going to go for these guys, and that is going to be that. They are both well trained, as far as I am aware. Yes, they are both well trained, so that's really nice. Okay, so we can either go for so you can see here that there are a wide variety of different things that you can do. So you can actually add these guys in there, and actually wait a minute. Oh. I seem to be getting them away from there. I actually don't want that. Thank you very much. I'd like them to join us. Okay, so there you go. That's basically what we can do. You can do whatever you like, really. And I just hope that these mortars will help me out quite a bit. So let's start the battle and see if we can prevail in this defensive mission. Now, thankfully, because we do have mortars, I should be okay to achieve a somewhat decent victory here. Now, I'm actually hoping that I will be able to... Can I... Yeah, no, I can't drag them all at the same time. But that's okay. That's absolutely fine. So we're just going to basically drag all these guys over here. And we're just going to... See, now, here's the thing. Basically, I've done a little bit of testing on this particular level, because I want to make sure that we try our best here, just try and get a little bit of, a little bit of strategic knowledge. And let me just say, it has not gone well. It has not gone well at all. So, you gotta wish me luck. You gotta wish me luck right here, because I am not particularly confident in my ability right here. So, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hold shift. If you hold shift and then right click, you can then tell them to move, and then you can queue actions. You can queue actions up, so then if I want them to go and defend over there, then that's exactly what they'll do. Now, the main problem that I am having so far is that enemy soldiers tend to run up here, and then they tend to be able to shoot my units very easily without them being able to shoot back, which is a bit weird. I don't know why that happens, but whatever the case, we'll just have to try our best. Yeah, also these guys, I don't really want them to go there. I want them to go around about, maybe around about here. And then we'll put them on defense around about there. And these are, what are these again? This is the mortar. Okay, yeah, that's the mortar. This is platoon HQ. So we're just going to put these guys a little bit back here. And where's the other platoon? We've got a whole bunch of rifle teams that we probably want to move as well. So let's move them over there. And these mortar teams, I'm basically going to put the mortars right in the center here, because then they can reach every single area on the map, or at the very least they can try to do that. I mean, they have a pretty decent range from my experience so far. And otherwise, we should probably do something about this. So let's move these guys here. Okay, so yeah, bear in mind, by the way, because this is a 50-50 kind of map, so you can see here, if I zoom all the way out, you can basically see that we are sharing the map almost 50-50 with our enemies. And that's the main reason why I can't spawn any further into the territory, even though we actually do have this particular victory point right here. And if you take all of the victory points, then it is an automatic victory for you. So you do have to bear that in mind. Anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to move these guys up here, and they're not going to be in cover, which is a pretty big issue, and I'm a bit worried about it, to be honest. But I feel like we kind of have to do something about that. Maybe we can just leave these guys over here as well. It's just the main problem that I've had so far is the fact that these guys right here on this hill, they tend to get murdered pretty easily. So I'm hopeful that the mortars will be able to hopefully do a little bit of damage here and there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to preemptively lock on some firing areas for the mortars to fire at, and then if we end up spotting some enemies, then I will of course change that. Anyway, let's do it. Let's start. Let's go, and let's see what happens. I'm very interested to see if we can do this. Yeah, I'm not holding out too much hope. But here's the thing: if both sides end up being absolutely useless, which is more than likely the case, then it basically ends in a stalemate. So you're not going to end up losing it as a result of that, which is pretty good. Anyway, there's our mortars. They're going off. They're doing quite a bit of damage. And maybe we can kill those. Can we kill that guy? I think we can actually kill him. Yeah, we might be able to kill him. So let's try and focus him down, because you can, of course, put your guys onto the little pinpoint, and you can try to make them a little bit more accurate by giving them an actual order as to where they should fire. And I'm actually just going to tell these guys to sneak a little bit ahead, because I want them to get behind these rocks. That's going to give them a good amount of hopefully line of sight on the opponent. And these guys are running over here. Hopefully they're not going to get murdered by the time they actually do arrive at their destination. They are getting murdered. That is not good at all. Thankfully, we are getting some suppression down, and hopefully it's going to do quite a bit of damage in the meantime. Yeah, so far it's not looking that good, and these guys are taking their sweet time. I'm actually just going to tell them to run. Tell them to run up there. There we go. There we go. Now they can get into defensive positions, and they maybe will be able to shoot at this guy, because that's a grenadier. We'd like to take that out as quickly as possible, if we can. And I'm also going to start firing a mortar over in this area. And maybe a mortar, maybe around here? Around here, maybe? There we go. Alright, so far we have Walton, who is unconscious. How dare you, Walton? You're not doing a very good job here. Thank you. And hopefully we'll do okay. Anyway, I'm gonna actually just move these guys over here a little bit, and maybe we can get them into a bit of a better situation. Now, what I have attempted in the past is I've attempted flanking maneuvers. So I've attempted things like running my riflemen and my lighter squads over in this direction, and basically making it so that maybe we could get this victory point over here. It has not gone entirely to plan. We did do quite a lot of damage, but as a result we also took a lot of damage. because of the various amounts of units in that area. So that is a bit of an issue. But it's the best I could do at the time. It really is the best I could do. So let's actually just start sneaking a little bit here. Don't really want to get shot as we're walking down. My mortars are doing a fantastic job of suppressing from the left side so far. And we can we actually shoot at that guy? Yeah, I think we can actually shoot at that guy. And we might be able to, oh, we lost someone. We lost someone. Okay, I might have to get these guys out of here, actually. So let's actually do that. Let's get them out. And I'm going to get my other... Where's my other rifle? Oh, I missed one. These guys should not be here. They should be all the way over in this area. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, I guess I can just put these guys instead over there. They are heavy machine gunners. But yeah, these guys desperately need to get over there. And unfortunately, I can't click and drag them. So I'm just going to have to tell them to move. And hopefully they'll make it there in time. But so far, the morale of the enemy is diminishing quite nicely, in actual fact. And let's actually start shooting our mortars over there. Oh, yeah, we got a kill over there. Nice. Nice. Okay, we might be able to pull off a rather substantial victory. Who knows? I'm going to actually start firing over in this area as well with our mortar. The mortar is just an absolutely fantastic weapon. It really is. It makes so much difference. It really does. And initially I thought to myself, oh, no, I don't need a mortar. All I need are infantry. Ooh, here we go. We have something going on here. Oh, yeah, well, these guys need to die. These guys need to die really, really quickly. Come on, guys, shoot at them. You need to shoot at them. If you don't kill these guys, they are going to murder us, and they're going to gain back a huge amount of morale because they know that they have taken out one of our machine gun squads. That's not going to be good. I hope that they are actually going to be shooting back at the guy relatively soon. There we go. Oh, that did not really work out too well. Okay, maybe we can shoot at that guy instead, and maybe we can get a mortar to fire here as well, even though it's probably not going to do that much. And these guys are finally starting to come in. That's great. Oh yes, we're starting to kill them over there. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. It is very much realistic in regards to accuracy that your units will be firing at. Because let's face it, they're human. They are actual, I mean, you know, in real terms, they are actual real men. And they are, of course, going to be panicked. They're going to be scared. You know, some of them, this is their first battle. And as a result, they're probably not going to be the most efficient warriors ever, are they? No, certainly not, because they are new to combat. And that's exactly the reason why you have to remember that sometimes they're probably not going to be that accurate. Anyway, let's try and see if we can reposition our mortars. And then we'll see what we can do about... I should probably aim... Oh, I should probably aim some... Oh, hello. Hello, we're going to fire around here. Okay, this is... Yeah, this is a bit problematic. You need to defend over there, people. There we go. No, why are you doing that? There we go, there we go. That's what we want you to do. Okay, so yeah, so far so good. The top bar, by the way, does not indicate the amount of troops that the enemy has, but it indicates the morale of the opponent. So if you can reduce the morale of the opponent by a significant amount, you're going to have a good time. Oh yes, you're going to have a very good time. So Walton is still unconscious. Thankfully, we have everyone alive in this squad right here. And I'm very much hoping that they will stay alive. They have been able to take this victory point, which I gotta say I'm not a big fan of, so I'm actually gonna get this, not this team. Where's my rifle team? Are they still moving? Yeah, there they are. Okay, so my rifle... okay, yeah, my rifle team is still moving here. I'd like to take back that victory point if at all possible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move them over there. And hopefully they'll be able to take it. And otherwise, I think what I want to do... Is that a... Oh, it's an SMG. Oh, okay. Well, I don't really mind about that too much. So we're just going to continue bombarding them. And that's a pretty decent place to shoot. And what about these guys? Okay, so we probably... Do we want to bombard their base a little bit? Maybe we want to bombard their base. There's some enemies there. So we probably want to just fire at their base a little bit. Can we do that? Ah, that's out of range. Okay, yeah. So that is the range that you're going to see right there. So there's no way that we will be able to do that. So maybe we can move them a little bit up. Maybe we can move them a little bit closer, and then we'll see what we can do. Okay, so these guys can probably move here, actually. It doesn't look as though there are any enemies still remaining. Are there? Oh, that would be a feat in itself. Because, let me tell you, I've had a terrible time on... Oh, hello there. Hello there. I've had a very, very challenging time dealing with the various enemies that have been coming up here. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Come on, guys. You're going to need to shoot them. Okay, come on. You can kill him. You can kill him. I believe in you. I believe in you. Okay, come on. Let's do this. Okay, so hopefully... Okay, so we've taken this back. Let's move back now. Thank you. Let's actually move fast back, because we don't want you to die. That would be awful. And you can actually just defend here, and maybe give them some covering fire or something. That would be quite nice. And otherwise, we seem to be doing quite well, I think. Let's fire at them. And there's my mortar. Oh, yes, yes, fantastic. Very good. Nice amounts of damage. And that's the point. I feel like this game is one of those games that you have to be patient. You have to have that patience. You have to have that for the greater good sort of mentality about dealing with all these kinds of situations. And you may think, oh, well, duh, you know, greater good, world war, you know, so on and so forth. Yeah. But the thing is that you don't want your guys to die. And you may make decisions irrationally as a result of that, because they can gain veterancy, as I talked about earlier in the episode. And they can become even more effective as time goes on. So that really makes a huge difference. And do you think we can kill this guy? We might be able to kill him. Oh, we lost someone. We lost someone. He's unconscious only, though. So that's okay. Thankfully, he's not dead. We might be able to... Yes, we finished off another one. Very nice. Oh, we're actually losing a couple of people as well. I'm actually wondering from where, to be honest. I am actually wondering from where, because we're doing pretty nicely, to be honest. Okay, so far, we've only lost a couple from here. We haven't really lost anything from these guys. And this rifle team is still okay. Right. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move them down here. We're actually going to move them down here. There we go. And we are going to try and do a little bit of, maybe a little bit of something. Don't know whether we're going to be able to pull it off. And we got some people moving over here, so I'm going to try and blanket this area. Are they out of range? They are? I don't believe it. Really? They apparently are. Interesting. Oh, is that because they've run out of mortar shells? They might have run out of mortar shells, actually. That's the reason why I haven't seen any firing, and they might literally just have... Yeah. They might literally just have their regular ammunition, and that's the reason why I'm not seeing them do anything. So now they basically just have regular rifles and pistols, which is actually a pretty cool thing, because, of course, mortars are not going to have unlimited ammunition. They will not have unlimited ammunition. That's just not going to happen. So let's have a look-see here. Okay, those guys are running over there, and we might be able to... I'm actually wondering if we can go this way. Oh, they're running. Oh, they're running. Oh, this might have been a good idea for me to ambush them, but I kind of wanted to go around and maybe see if we could do something like here. And then if they... Oh, wow, we're taking them out. That's nice. Very good. Very, very nice indeed. And it looks as though we might have a victory on our hands here. Alright, I'm going to move my forces ahead then. Not all the way over there. What? I did not want to go all the way over there. Thanks very much. I wanted to take them there. There we go. Thank you. Alright, so that's a little bit easier. And we do have a couple of people over in that direction, which is not exactly great. So let's just put them in defensive positions over there. And maybe they can fire at them a little bit. Now, bear in mind that every single weapon also has range and effective ranges and all that stuff. Oh, there we go. Battle complete. Oh, one of my rifle teams was broken at the very end. Where? These? These guys? What? I'm really surprised. Why would these guys be broken? Okay, I have no idea. But whatever the case, An allied major victory is at hand. The battle ended because enemy morale broke and we captured an additional objective. You have won a major victory. Your casualties were lighter than expected while enemy losses were heavy. Alright, fantastic. And now we can take a look at our squads here. You can see that they have gained a little bit of experience. They gained some more morale and things. And they are eventually going to gain ranks. So instead of just being a private, they're going to be a sergeant, they're going to be a second lieutenant, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of detail there. And there you go. So that's basically the first of the maps. And basically what you would want to do is continue to wear down the opponent as much as possible. You can see here that it records how many that the enemy lost and how many that you lost. Thankfully, I didn't have anyone die, which is actually pretty cool, because that means that I can go back in there, and here we go. The notorious German Field Marshal Erwin Rommel has divided his forces, sending troops and tanks from 21st Panzer Division north towards Sabiba, while the rest of the Afrika Korps strikes west. In their way are elements of the 1st and 34th Infantry Division. Rommel has gambled and made a duller spear point in the process. Elements of the 21st Panzer Division are on their own, unsupported by the larger German force heading toward Cosine. Recent Axis attacks have driven your troops back. Now is the time to show that your men can fight and hold their ground. Maintain positions on Sabiba Ridge, and if the opportunity presents, counterattack and drive the Germans back. Okay. Well, there you go. So now we're in the next area, and basically it is, again, a defense mission, but a completely different layout. Dig in and defend Sabiba Ridge and stop the advance of German panzers. You have mortar, artillery, and air support. Use this firepower to pin the German infantry and then pick off the tanks with your anti-tank guns. Ooh. Your rifle and tank hunter teams also have anti-tank rifle grenades, though these are a weapon of last resort. Alright, so as you can see, they completely outnumber us massively. Their reputation is not so good, and we have a massive airstrike as well. So we are going to we're going to make good use of that. And I've got my mortars once again, and I'm actually wondering if I need some anti-tank guns. I probably do need some anti-tank guns, so let's get 2 of those to join us. And I can actually go for some other anti-tank guns. Oh, that's interesting. Well, what's the difference? I don't know what the difference is. They seem the same to me. Okay, I guess I'll just take 3 of those, because you never know how many tanks they're going to have. They're probably going to have quite a few. And then what else do we want to do? Well, we probably want to get some BARs, Company HQ. I don't even know, really. I mean, maybe some heavy machine guns. We've got 2 of those already. And we do have 1, 2... we've got 2 of each. Right. So we have another 3 spaces. So I guess I'll just take 1 of each. That might make sense. So let's do that. Let's take... Ooh, these guys are experienced. Okay, I'm going to take those. Can I not? Oh, okay, that's support only. Okay, well, that's interesting, isn't it? Okay, so I guess I'm just going to take some well-trained BAR and rifle team and a BAR. Okay, I think that's perfectly fine. All right, so let's do that, and we can also do the tank team. Oh, again, I absolutely did that again, didn't I? Do I have 2 mortars? Yes, I do. All right, let's fight. Let's do it. Let's see what we can do about this. And okay, so this is a completely different map as well. Okay. So what's actually going on here? Okay, so where are they coming from? Okay, so they're coming in from over there. And what is actually going what's going on with my guys? Why are they situated here? Wow, that's pretty harsh. Why would we want them to go all the way up there? We probably want these tank guns to be about here. And I don't even know how far away they can fire, so that's a bit of an issue. But I guess we'll just put them relatively close by to each other so they can cover each other, just in case there's a tank coming from some angle or another. But we really don't want these guys to be in the middle of nowhere, do we? We want them to kind of be on the side of the hill as much as possible, so that we can kind of get that little bit of extra advantage. And speaking of advantage, we might very well have a bit of a problem on our hands if we don't defend that little space over there, because you never know where they're going to come from. So otherwise, we've got the anti-tank gun there, there, and there. That seems pretty good. Where are our mortars? Ooh, we got a whole bunch. Got a whole bunch of things over here. Okay, so my mortars, they can probably stay there. Maybe I should move one. Let's move one up, just in case. There we go. And let's move them like that. There we go. All right, let's just begin and see exactly what happens, because you never know. You never know what happens, and we're going to see if the enemy are going to come in from a particular area. Okay, so there's a tank already. That's interesting. Okay, so do you think I can shoot at that already?
Barrage available.
Oh, barrage is available, apparently, according to my troops. Oh, no, apparently not. We can't see the target. Well, maybe howitzer support is available. And we can also do this. That is a big, well, explosive radius. That's pretty cool. Should we do this? Should we do this initially? Boom. I don't know how long it's going to take. How long is it going to take? Probably quite a while. But at least my guys... Whoa, my guys are really destroying the enemy morale already. That is kind of amazing. Hopefully we're not going to get killed by the tank. But I'm actually just wondering when this attack is going to happen. Because I'm really interested to see what it looks like, to be honest. I'd love to destroy the tank or whatever this is. I can't really tell what it is at the moment. I think it's like an APC or something, but I don't really know. So... Oh. Is that it coming? Did I hear that? Did I hear that correctly? I'm actually unsure. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my mortar. Going to try firing in this area. And seems like no one else is coming. No one else is coming along, which is interesting. My machine guns really want to say hi to them. But yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty... I think this might be pretty... Oh! Oh. Okay. Do they have mortars as well? Actually, unsure. Yeah, well, they have grenadiers, but they're machine guns more likely. Right. Well, thankfully, my mortars are doing a pretty fantastic job so far. Where is my howitzer, actually? Is it just, like, off the map somewhere? Yeah, maybe it is. Oh, did you see that? Wow, that was some damage. Okay, hello. We have just had... Oh, wow, that is a massive airstrike, if ever I saw one. And they are absolutely bombarding us. But we have completely devastated their morale so far. I'm actually wondering, do I have to move from here? I think I have to move. Do I? No, it actually doesn't seem like I have to move. Okay. I was just panicking. Yeah, of course. Just panicking. Don't worry, it's fine. Everything's okay. Oh, okay. We've got more stuff going on there. I guess that's the howitzer attack that actually happened. Yeah, howitzer rounds. So apparently the howitzer also attacked me a little bit, which was not exactly great. But I guess what can you do? All right, well, let's move over. Wow, they're still absolutely murdering that area over there. That's kind of crazy. Okay, so yeah, otherwise we now just have whatever this is. I think this is just like a mortar round or something like that. But yeah, we have completely destroyed that their morale quite significantly. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tell my guys to go down here. Maybe what we can do is just sneak around because we have devastated them so heavily. I'm going to try and sneak around and maybe, just maybe, be able to take their victory point. Because if we can take the victory point, that will be a victory for us. I think that is going to be kind of amazing. I think that would be quite amazing to have that be a thing. So maybe we can make it work. I really don't know. But I haven't seen any other enemies in the area, and I would assume that they're probably trying to outmaneuver us in some way. So they're probably going to come up here or something. Because we can't see... No, we can't see anything around there. So that is interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should just make a run for it. Should we just make a run for it? Okay, let's do it. Why not? Fortune favors the bold, friends. Let us try. And you know what? I'm going to use this in this area and try to give us a little bit of... that's an 81mm mortar. Oh, okay. And try and give us a little bit of covering... covering bombardment, I guess you could call it. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so these guys, by the way, they will run out of energy. So if they move particularly fast, they're going to become winded, and then they will be much slower moving around until they have recovered, just as a by the by. Otherwise, what you can also do is you can turn off these white lines. So if you're not a big fan of the topographic sort of display, then you don't have to have that on. You can just turn it off whenever you want. Are we going to be able to take this? If we're able to take this, I will be extremely surprised, because I would have anticipated them to not be... Yeah, they're winded now, as you can see. They are going to continue moving, but I just really want to capture this just in case. This is my only chance. And now we have air support, by the way, so we have an airstrike available as well on this map. Have we captured it? Yes, we have. We've taken the objective. Okay, so I have no idea what to do now. I guess we'll just defend. We'll just move over here, and we will just defend this area. Ah, here we go, here we go. We've got some enemies. We've got some enemies coming in. All right, so let's get my mortar. Let's start shooting where they're coming in. And I'm a bit worried now. I actually should have moved my MG over here, probably. A little bit closer. Still worried about potential tanks and things. But so far, I think we're doing okay. You know, I think we're doing okay. I actually thought that we might get just a victory, just straight up, just from taking the victory point, because technically that kind of gives you the... you know, the overwhelming advantage. Oh, that was some damage. Did you see that? That destroyed the vehicle over there, and it is now absolutely murdering everything else in the area. That is a fantastic ability, and I think the developers of this game were just like, hey, let's let the player have some fun with this overwhelmingly strong weapon. Sounds like a fun idea, doesn't it? Okay, so otherwise what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to... Okay, never mind. I was going to use an airstrike, but never mind. We're done. That was an extremely decisive victory. The battle ended because enemy morale broke and they were forced to retreat. You have secured all the objectives in this area. Casualties were light on both sides. Yeah, so we ended up losing 2 troops. I'm actually wondering how that even happened, but apparently it did. Otherwise... let's continue onward. You have forced the enemy to retreat, and now have an opportunity to counterattack. If you choose to counterattack and you attack before the enemy does, you will seize the initiative and control the pace of operations. You may also choose to remain on the defensive. So this is a decision point in Close Combat the Bloody First, and basically what this means is it will just sway the battle either in your favor if you're confident about counterattacking, or it will completely destroy you, in my case. Anyway, as you can see right here, you have, well, 4 different options. You can have a hasty counterattack as soon as possible to keep the pressure on the enemy. There is no chance to rest, reorganize, or repair vehicles. Ammunition resupply will be minimal, and no new fire support will be available. So if you've used all your stuff in that previous level, it's going to be a bit difficult, and you will attack at 1400 hours. Otherwise, regroup your units and plan a counterattack, allow for some rest, rearming, repair, and reorganization, and new fire support may become available. You attack at 1800. Okay, so 1400, so that's 4 hours later. That's actually quite significant, and the current time is 1300, so in other words, that's a long time. That's 5 hours later. 5 hours later if you want to have a prepared counterattack. And then a night counterattack, you attack at 2400 hours, which is midnight. Prepare and plan for a counterattack during the dark of night, allows for some rest, rearming, repair, and reorganization. New fire support may become available. Making a night attack will greatly reduce the time for rest, reorganization, and resupply overnight. So that might be something, but that's a bit difficult. Otherwise, defensive. You're on the defensive, the enemy has the initiative and will decide the pace and timing of his attacks. So you can decide what you want to do from there on out. And I think that's actually a good place for me to end this episode off here. I actually did a lot better than I thought, which is kind of amazing. And just goes to show, I guess the game was just listening, you know? The squad was just like, yeah, we're going to do it for the captain or the commander or the general or the random guy that sucks at commanding us. Yeah, me, in other words. Anyway, if you would like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. And otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.